Hey there, I am so excited you're here today. My name is Emily Schultz, and I help guide people to living a life of purpose. As a intuitive channeler, I tap into the divine realm and am able to help illuminate and guide you on your unique path. So today, I am so excited to share a channel message that I just received from Archangel Michael for you. I chose to share this channel message because I recognize that many of you are seeking clarity and courage of what is your life purpose, how do you step into it, and how do we navigate these polarizing times that we're currently living in. Let's face it, this uncertainty that is surrounding us can lead to fatigue, it can lead to frustration, it can lead to confusion, which creates a vicious cycle of negative thinking when you're constantly in it. And ultimately, that negative thinking only brings back even more unsteady experiences to us. So back in 2009, my ex-husband and I, um, we lost everything. He was extremely ill, and I was a mortgage broker. The real estate market had crashed. I lost my business, and I was a caretaker for my ex. And he was either in the hospital or on bed rest. He couldn't work, and which meant I couldn't work because I was taking care of him. So we lost everything. Needless to say, during this uncertainty that I was like in the middle of, I was exhausted. I was directionless. I didn't even know which end was up half the time. And all I could do was just glimmer or cling on to just any glimmer of hope that was out there. And thankfully, we had some friends that were willing to house us temporarily, so we didn't end up on the street. So I completely understand uncertainty and the deep, deep, deep desire to have clarity and courage to discover the solution and create the solutions. I get it. And with that being said, I just want to share this channeled message that I'd received from Archangel Michael. And when I started to work with him, he asked me to pull a card from the Angel Tarot deck that I have. So I pulled a card, and before pulling the card, I asked him, what is a message of courage that people need to hear today? So I pulled this Page of Fire card, and this card is all about, it's like facing minor challenges in your life, but so they're not major, but you're probably losing sleep over type of challenges. And that this message is to have courage, that don't give up. New and exciting opportunities are about to present themselves. However, there's a trick here. You have to focus on what your desired outcome is for these new opportunities to present themselves. So I asked Archangel Michael to elaborate on this card and why he wanted me to pull a card for everyone here today. And what he had said was, hope is the message that he wants to deliver. He said he hears each of us and our cries for more clarity, strength, and hope, and that he is letting you know that he hears your cries and that he is answering you with this hope card today. He says, do not give up. Focus on the outcome that you are seeking. So if you are aligned with your spiritual team, and you stay in the positive thought process of what you want, he says, then your spiritual team can work behind the scenes to make it happen. However, the moments that we dip into the negative thinking or the worry, the anxiety, the stress, it puts like a barrier up, he's saying, that our spiritual team can't, it blocks them from being able to move forward and help us out. So he's saying it's really important to stay in that thinking of what it is that you want and just stay focused on that. He also wanted me to elaborate on my story of when I lost my home in 2009. So what I didn't share at the time, my friends that had took us in lived in a very high-end neighborhood in Southern California, massive homes with ocean views. They were beautiful. And I would every day walk my dogs through this gated community, and I would notice that some of these homes were vacant. And one day on my walk, I had this aha moment, and I would realize, it's always better to have people living in your home, having it occupied, than having it vacant. A home is like a being; it needs the energy of the people that are living in it to keep it alive. Otherwise, if it doesn't have that energy, it starts to dilapidate. So you'll see that at the homes that have been sitting for a while and never had anyone in it, they dilapidate. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to start to thank the universe every day. I went out there for a house with an ocean view that's rent free for an entire year. And I know I will be the best caretaker of this house. I will make sure this house is like love and life. And I will do everything I can to make sure that happens. So what I would do is every day I would just go out walking and I would thank the universe. And I probably thanked the universe throughout the day because honestly, I was in a completely desperate situation. I didn't know if our friends were going to kick us out and we were going to end up on the street. We didn't have anything. So I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but I was still working to try to create some income so I could get us into a house, but I wasn't able to work a full-time job at that moment. So within 3 months of my aha moment, I received a call out of the blue from a friend, a dear friend. Unfortunately, she's no longer with us. But she said, "Hey, Emily, you know my house in San Clemente? Up on the hill, the one with the ocean view?" "Yeah." "Well, the strangest thing happened. My mom and my cousin just notified us and said they're moving out." She said, "My husband and I talked about it, and we want you guys to move in. We know that you'll take excellent care of it, and we want to give you the house rent free for 1 year." You guys, I freaking manifested a house with an ocean view rent free for a year. I totally manifested it. So I knew I was going to be an amazing caretaker of this home. I was just so grateful for this entire opportunity. This was going to give us enough time to get back up on our feet. And what Archangel Michael, why he wanted me to share this story with you is he said, I never gave up hope in an extremely stressful and hopeless situation. He said that this is an example of how I focused on my desired outcome and not my current situation. And that allowed my guardian angels to work behind the scenes because I was in alignment with them, with my soul, that they were able to work behind the scenes to make this happen. They literally made the impossible possible for me. He said, my powerful testimony is one that he hopes inspires you, whoever is out there right now that's really exhausted and misguided and frustrated. He wants you to be able to focus on what you want. Lift your head up and manifest the life you want. You are capable of doing this, he says. So keep your eye on that desired outcome and not on the mess that you're in the middle of. So I want to share a few things too about just a few tricks to do this because I understand we're human, and when we feel desperate, it's really hard not to go down the downward spiral. It's so much easier just to go into the stress and the worry and anxiety, and I am like queen of that, seriously. So some tips that I've done for myself to manifest some amazing things in my life and help pull myself out of some pretty tough situations, such as the housing one that I shared with you, is when I have those negative thoughts, I immediately stop. So it's key to recognize that you have the negative thoughts or the limiting thoughts. So I will say, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed about my housing situation or whatever. I'm going to end up on the street, whatever. I immediately will stop. No, I can't go down this road. I have to stop this thought process from continuing down. And then I will say to myself, okay, I recognize that these thoughts have not worked for me in the past, and they're not going to work for me in the future. So I need to release them And I will release them by taking a deep breath. I just inhale through my nose and I'll exhale through my mouth. And as I release, I will say, I am trusting that this mental reset will align me for new possibilities. Again, it's stop, catch your negative thoughts, limiting thoughts, recognize that they don't work for you, and have a mental reset. Take a deep breath, mental reset, and trust that that reset is going to realign you into this, to where what is for your best outcome. When I was essentially homeless, this is what I would do. This is how I was able to manifest. So I wasn't perfect. I wasn't thinking, oh, this is definitely going to happen, this Ocean View home for 1 year. There were absolutely times like, how am I going to get us into a home? But when those moments came up, when those questions came up, that's when I would do this: stop, catch my thought, acknowledge it, recognize that doesn't work, and do the mental reset. So I hope that this tip is helpful for you. I hope my story is inspiring for you. Anything is possible. I know this for a fact. And these tough times that we are in are temporary. You don't stay there. And you will move through them much quicker, the quicker that you can capture your thoughts and keep moving forward and have that faith that things are working in your favor. I am still offering for a limited time a 1-card oracle card pull for free. And this reading is for you to gain insight on whatever challenge you're currently facing and how you can move through it. What sort of insights or wisdom spirit has for you on what you need to know so you can have that faith that you hope to keep moving you forward. So again, the link is in the description below. Click on it and take advantage of this limited time offer. And I look forward to connecting with you and Spirit and seeing what Spirit has for you. Lastly, if you like these channeled messages, please like, subscribe to my channel. Leave in the comments below anyone that you want me to channel, any Archangel, Ascended Master. I'm happy to connect with their energy and their essence to see what sort of wisdom and messages that they have to share for all of us, to help us navigate these polarizing times that we're in, and just help us step into our potential, that we can each help each other and lift each other up, to enjoy life and enjoy this journey that we are all on together. So I just thank you for your time, and I appreciate this opportunity to share some channeled messages with you. Bye for now.